Okay. Take two. Sandali lang. Take two. Okay, let me do this again. How's everyone? Okay. Hi again. We're just waiting for Pauline. I think I'm a little too early. Magkamustahan muna tayo. Hi, Mama's Venture. Hi, aspiring lawyer mom. Hi. Okay. I'm a little too early. Hi, Alex. Thank you. Hi. Hi, Trisha. Okay. Hi from Seattle. Hi from Manila. Hi, Nereza. Thank you. Good afternoon, Barry. Hi, Gorgus. Hello. Hi. I'm State of Mind. Hi from San Francisco. Hi from Manila. Hi, everyone. Hi, Milan. Hold on. Let me check if Pauline is online already. Okay. We'll wait for her. Sorry. We'll wait for her. Hi, Em. Hi, love. Hello. Hi, Ron. Thank you. Hi, Jay. Hi, everyone. Hi, hey, it's me, Melody. I'm so happy that you're seeing changes already. I hope you get to sustain and maintain it. Hi. Maraming salamat. Hi, everyone. How are you guys doing? Let's wait for Pauline. Let me try to invite her again. Baka masyado akong maaga. There. Okay, let's wait for her. Hi. I'm still trying to do 16 hours fast. Hi, babe. Hello po. Hi. I'm just waiting for Pauline. My husband is actually in the other room. I thought you were sleeping. Go take a nap. Okay. Lilette Ann, on my third week of Picos meals and feeling amazing. I'm so happy to hear your updates. Please keep us posted. Hi, Carmi. Aspiring lawyer mom. Sana all mommy sexy pa rin. I want to watch. It can be done, it's just a matter of what are you willing to do to achieve your goals, may it be aesthetics or longevity. Thank you. This is from Royal Gem, actually, from Hearts Design, actually. Hi. Hello. Hold on. Okay. Mama's Venture, do you have programs for people out of the country? Yes, we do. Actually, I have a lot of clients out of the Philippines, and but currently we're fully booked now until the third week of October. So if you really want to have a one-on-one consultation, you would have to inform us. Maybe you can message me also, and then we'll see kung kailan ka namin pwedeng ma-accommodate. Hi. Hold on, where is Pauline? Okay, let me double check. Babe, Atticus King, paging Atticus King, can you message the group and inform Pauline? I invited Pauline, our guest. already. Thank you. Inform the team that I already invited Pauline to join. Let's wait. Nerissa, I really love fasting, but my family didn't understand the benefits, but I still will continue doing it and listen to you. Hi, Nerissa. It took me a while to find someone who can truly understand what I'm doing when I'm not eating or when I'm abstaining from certain food. I just got lucky that my husband is into fasting also, but yeah, I mean, you cannot just make someone change overnight, but you can influence them, especially if they see the results. It gets easier for them to understand. It also helps that you read up, things about fasting and share it with them. Hi everyone. Hold on. Let me. Okay. Let's check. Okay, what's happening? Hi. Mama's Venture, thank you. Are these programs for a 13-year-old? We do create different programs also. Okay, so 1:30 pa ba? Kasi dun sa note ko parang 1 o'clock. Anyway, I don't mind talking to everyone. If you would want to join me, it's okay. But anyway, um, I do create programs depending on the age, the health baseline of the person. Again, there's no one size fits all when it comes to fasting or mindful eating. But for people who as young as, teen or 13, the approach would be different because they're like growing children. We want to put them on a healthier diet first so it's easier for them. And maybe just limit the snackings in between, especially if these foods or the food that they eat are not nutrient dense, because most of the time the food are actually caloric dense but not really nutrient dense. Hi everyone. Hi. Yes, we'll do another maybe live for that. Or now we can discuss if you have any question about broad fasting while we're waiting for Pauline. I think I'm too early. I'm sorry. Excited lang. How often do I fast? I actually fast every day. So like last night, I had a cheat snack. No, my last meal was at around 9, which is unusual because usually I cut my meals earlier, in the evening. But last night I had popcorn. I bought it from Healthy Options. So it's a movie night. So I had popcorn. But so today I'm actually fasting. I just had coffee and water. I haven't eaten pa. Um, I usually listen to my body. So yeah, but I fast every day. If I'm about to get my period, third to fourth week, then it's a different approach, shorter or micro fast naman. There. Okay. How often do you fast? Yun po, I just answered it. Hi everyone. Hi. Hi Melen. Hi again. Hi everyone. Okay. Hi Jaes. Sobrang miss ko na yung mga kaibigan ko. Grabe, hindi ko na sila nakikita. Salamat sa social media. Hi! I'm looking forward, Mama's Venture. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys. Hi. Okay. Hey, it's Melody. When will you pastry bars come back? Would love to purchase again. We actually we were able to finalize some of our healthy gluten-free desserts and bread. But mga third week of October pa namin malo-launch kasi medyo busy kami. fixing some stuff now sa kitchen. But yeah, we will soon launch it. Please follow our home of gluten-free account, all good dough. So, and we will advise you pag available na yung aming mga desserts. Hi. Hi, Adlin. Hi, Miss Kim. What's micro fast? So after work hours, hi. So micro fast basically um a shorter period or a shorter period, yeah, shorter duration of fasting. So for example, if I'm on my third to fourth week before I get my period or cycle, I do like 14 hours, 16 hours max. But first to second week, mas intense, meaning mas longer. Sometimes I just do OMAD or 23-1. I have an hour eating window. Depende sa energy ko. So I also listen to my body. I think that's one thing that you guys should also do. You make sure that you feel great when you're fasting. It shouldn't be something that will make you feel sick, diba? Especially if you enter the fast very prepared, meaning nagawa mo yung pre-fasting guidelines, you were able to fix your baseline, you were able to eat the right food before entering the fast. You should feel better. Hi. You put sweetener on your coffee? No, I don't. Because when I'm fasting, I really wanna don't taste any, like I avoid flavors because I think for me personally, it feels like mas na-activate yung appetite ko. So I'd rather have like plain black coffee. Hi. Candy. When you do fasting, are you only allowed to have black coffee or flavored cold brew? I prefer plain black. But you know what, guys? There's no one size fits all when it comes to fasting. So I would recommend that you go by feel. If you feel that kailangan mo ng konting adjustment, like some people yung nafe-feel nila na parang may mineral deficiency, they just add Himalayan salt even sa coffee nila. So that's something that you can also try. Hip yogi. How often do you do an extended water fast? Depends on my mood. If I notice is what I noticed personally is when I get to sleep well, like straight yung tulog ko maayos, it's easier for me to do a long fast. But pag sira yung tulog ko, then it's a different story. So I try to make sure that I'm well rested when I do, extended fast. I love Melody. Yes, we do. We create programs aligned with the person's age, health baseline, and health concerns. Hi. Hi, Melody. Thank you. Nerissa. Yes, I lose a lot of weight and ask me how I did it and share about fasting. But they said it's hard for them to do it also because they love to eat. Thank you for inspiring me to do it. Thank you so much for trusting. Thank you so much for trying it, diba? You know, like for me, I also have friends na before they will ask me like, what are you doing? You're not eating, you might just faint and all of that. But lately they're also fasting, so I guess it's just a matter of time, because even doctors like Dr. Sinclair, he's a biologist from Harvard, and he's already studying, and he just recently put out some videos about it and studies about the benefits of fasting. And I think it's just a matter of time, and people will just learn it slowly, and they'll try it. Oh my goodness. Okay, Pauline is scheduled at 1:30 pala. Sorry, sobrang aga ko. Di bale, magkwentuhan muna tayo. Ano ba yan? Okay, napaaga. Okay lang yan. Thank you, babe. Hi. So, sige, okay lang. Let's just may kamustahan. I don't mind talking to new people. Mama's Venture, can you exercise while fasting? Okay, this is a common question that they usually ask. So for me, because I'm used to doing it already, so I still actually, listen to my body. If I'm well rested and I'm fasting and I feel that I have energy, I usually get my steps. I do meditation, I do basic yoga just to stretch. But if this is something new to you, I would not recommend that you do an extensive or explosive workout kasi baka ma-break mo lang yung fasting mo dahil sa hirap, no? Hi, babe. Atticus, page ni Atticus, you can leave first and just join later. Because, yeah, maaga pa ako. Sorry. Then Zinel, will chia seeds break your fast? Yes, it will. But again, I don't wanna impose a certain type of fasting because there are different types of fasting. Like people do bulletproof fast, broth fast, water fast, dry fast. Iba-iba po yan. So it depends kung ano yung goal mo. And you have to listen to your body. Kung ano lang yung kaya mo at the moment, then yun muna yung gawin mo. Hey, it's Melody. Thank you for all these free info. Really learning a lot, like really less on snack. Yes. So more than anything else, I think what we need to do is to limit the frequency of how many times we eat. This is something that was, I think, very challenging for me also when I was starting to do fasting because I think we just like to snack all the time. The abundance of food is, ang dali lang eh. Marami kang stock, maraming online food. Fast food is all over. So I guess I think we can start from that. No, you can start from limiting yun nga, the frequency of how many times you eat, and then it gets easier as you continue and progress. Ivy Tisha, how about supplements like collagen? What do you mean, Tisha? What do you mean? You mean during fasting? Can you take it? I personally don't take it if I'm doing amino collagen broth fast or broth fast because it's already present, no? So ingredients. But if you would want to take, then by all means you can take it. Jim K. Mech. Okay, how to break fasting. Again, there are different types of fasting. When we were in Phuket, back in 2018, so my husband did a long 21-day water fast, and he broke it with watermelon. And as I continue, to learn like what's the proper way ba talaga to break the fast. Like for me personally, I would not recommend that you break it with fruit because nga baka mabigla yung system mo because nga may sugar. But some people naman, they do well with that. So my take lang would be ayoko lang ng matamis agad kasi baka bumalik na naman ako dun sa cravings ko sa sweet food. But again, no, there's no one size fits all. The goal is to reset. And like for me, iba yung goal ko sa goal ninyo. If you're someone who wants to just, rest from anything na matamis, then I would recommend that you break it with protein, good fat, fermented food. If you're naman okay and you don't have any underlying health condition, diabetes or anything else, you can break it with fruit, but that will be up to you. No? Depende sa goal mo. Hi everyone. How long have you been doing broth fasting? Almost a decade already. So I've always been the type of person who really likes soup. So ever since talaga hilig ko na yung broth. And I just feel great when I take it, no? Since it's really packed with nutrients as well. Hi everyone. Hi. Meron pa tayong 13 minutes. How to break. Okay, I think I've answered that already. Hip Yogi, what do you usually eat on your eating window? How many meals do you usually eat in a day? So if I'm on a diet break, which usually happens once a week or every 2 weeks, I will eat two, you know what, maximum three, but I'd say most of the time, maximum two. Siguro kung magti 3 meals ako, yun yung talagang cheat day ko, but madalang na madalang, parang twice lang a day. I don't really feel great when I eat several times in a day. So, yeah. There, Dr. Sinclair. Please check Dr. Sinclair. Yan. Ang ganda ng mga studies niya about longevity. He only eats once a day. Crazy. Will doing broad fasting might compromise the immune system? Not really. This will depend kung ano yung baseline mo, Crazy. So, for example, if you're already feeling off, some people, no, when they feel off, wala silang appetite, so they just take broth or they take something na nutrient dense but in a liquid form. But if yung baseline mo, super healthy ka naman, walang underlying health issues, no, it won't. Hi, Stella. Hi. Hobie. Is it still okay when your stomach growls? Usually, Hobie, when your stomach growls, yung tumutunog siya, it's just, so sabi ko nga, we're creature of habit, no? Memorize ng katawan natin kung kailan tayo kumakain. So, for example, kung kumain ako today at 12 noon, automatic the following day at 12 noon, mag-growl na yung tiyan ko kasi memorize ng katawan ko na, okay, it's a reminder, okay, you have to eat already. But that doesn't really necessarily mean na masama siya. No? Aspiring lawyer, I want to try your bone broth, but how many bottles will I consume before I see results? It is not something that instant, no? I'd say during the first period, you also have to fix your nutrition, the baseline of your nutrition. If you're going to fast using bone broth, you would need 4 to 6 cups of broth, cups of 250 ml broth per day. If you're going to do a 3-day broth fast, then you'll need 3 to 4 liters. Personally, I don't like limiting my broth when I'm fasting because the last thing that I would want to feel is gutom ako. So I make sure that I follow the timing. Like for example, I usually give the timing like 9, 12, and then 2 or 3 p.m. and then 6 p.m. So yeah, but you'll usually see the results in 3 days. So, and then you'll also notice that nawawala yung appetite mo sa mga sugary food. It's actually an easy way to, it's like a sugar detox. So, parang that's your easiest way if you're not used to doing a water fast. Broth fast can substitute that until you be able, or until kaya mo ng mag-water fast, or yeah, water fast. Hi, Bethlehem. Hi. Hi, everyone. Okay, while we're waiting, hi, Bethlehem. Hi, KKK Pangasinan. Okay, bago ang lahat, today, bibigay ko na yung promo code. I'll type it here. Sa mga nandito ngayon, if may questions kayo mamaya with our guest, please let me know. So, para matanong natin sa kanya, though I have a list of questions already for her about Picos, Okay. Yan. Tinype ko na yung promo code para, there you go, na pala. Okay. Meron pa tayong 8 minutes, so pwede po kayong magtanong any questions about fasting. Pursue the interior. What effect will I expect sa urine and poop during and after water fast? So if you're someone who's constipated, usually nag-irregular, but yung bowel movement mo, but during the fast, some people, especially dahil walang solid intake na food, you usually don't get to go. That's when you take the Epsom salt on the 3rd night. before you break your fast, just to flush out the toxins. Hi everyone. Hi, Teen Pixies. Do you take multivitamins? I do take some supplements, but not really multivitamins. Hi, Gorgus. I will actually, so speaking of supplements, hindi pa namin nada-download sa aming website, but my team and I, we created a PDF file that you can download for free para makita nyo yung mga supplement recommendation ko, especially when you're fasting. Actually, marami yan. Meron akong ginawa for fertility, for women who wants to get pregnant. Meron akong ginawang for list for weight loss, for kids, for athletes. Yeah, actually, ang dami. Tinapos ko the other day because I really wanna help people go through the more mindful eating easily. Kasi minsan yung iba nahihirapan sa transition. So, may mga certain hacks na pwedeng gawin para you go through the fasting or the transition to mindful eating easier. I am Minnie. Miss Kim, I'm now in my 37th hour water fast and I have a headache. Should I stop? Oh, try putting some Himalayan salt sa water mo. If you're having like sakit yung ulo mo or parang nahihilo ka, usually lack of minerals lang yan or dehydrated ka, just put more Himalayan salt and you'll be fine. Keep me posted. Hi, G or Rense. During fasting, okay lang ba mag-take ng multivitamins? If walang sugar, that should be okay. But the thing kasi, some multivitamins react differently sa stomach natin, especially if there's no solid food. So I would say it would be best to pause it first. But if tingin mo kaya mong ma-handle yung multivitamins on an empty stomach, then it should be okay. Mika, is it okay to do once a week water fast? I've done it last week. I did your 3-day broth fast twice before that. By the way, your skinny cookies are addicting. Thank you so much. Awesome. I am Minnie. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Hi, Mimi. Hi. Trisha. Kim, can you recommend what brand to buy for vitamin D? I'll keep you posted kasi marami akong recommendations actually. Marami namang magandang klase ng vitamin D, but sorry, that's my baby. She's crying. Okay. We will post it on our website para ma-download nyo. Pauline 40. Hi, Miss Kim. I tried to do fasting almost 24 hours, but my problem is I'm not in a good mood. Don't worry. May mga i-upload kaming PDF file para it's easier for you to go through the fasting, hindi ka parang irritable. But I know someone na irritable when he fasts. Ayan, si Ate Kus, my husband. But ako, I'd say hindi masyado. Ayun, Minnie. By the way, I lost na 4 kg in almost 3 weeks following your IF and water fast advices. Oh, I'm so happy to hear. And it gets easier, isn't it? Pursue the interior. How do you play with your caloric intake para hindi magplateau? So right now, what I'm studying is the up day, down day. So what does it mean? It means that there are days where your caloric deficit, no, mababa yung calories mo, and then up days would be you'll eat, your usual calorie intake. But I don't really measure my calorie, I'd say, and I am not, hindi ako pro calorie counting, honestly. Actually, isa yun sa mga struggles ko when I'm trying to help people because we are so attached to the calories. It's not about the calories. It's actually the nutrients that you get from your food. Because certain foods, iba-iba yung iba-iba yung hormonal response natin. For example, if you eat food that is very sugary or high in sugar, what happens is you usually trigger more hunger. You'll get hungry like few hours after eating cake, or you'll find something to remove the sweet taste, salty, or something else, no? Yeah, so if you eat food that will satiate your system, for example, protein, food that are high in fiber, good fat, those are satiating food. The salt won't break the fast. No, it will not break the fast. It's actually very good to add Himalayan salt so you can push your fasting longer. That will help you. Hi, say Gorgus. How many days do you suggest to do a broad fast and water fast? This will depend on your health goals. If you're someone who has more body fat percentage and you're not trying to conceive kung babae ka, you can do an alternate day broth fast or alternate day water fast. Depende yan sa goal mo. Hi. Okay, Pauline is going to join us already. Yay! Okay. Hintayin natin siya. Yay! Sorry, sobrang aga. Sobrang aga ko. Napaaga
Hi,
ako.
Kim. Napaisip ako, sabi ko, late na ba ako?
Hindi. It was my fault. Napakaaga ko. Ayan.
Ha?
Welcome sa KKK Kimspiration. Ayan. Okay. Introduce natin si Pauline. So, si Pauline is a professional fitness coach, also known to be celebrity fitness coach. I actually listed down my questions for you, Pauline. Ayan, hi daw. Ayan, hi. Ayan, napakaganda. Fresh. Si Pauline ay
Hi,
kapapangalan,
everyone.
pero tingnan niyo naman. Parang hindi po
Yes.
yan.
25 days old na yung baby ko. 25 days old, Kim. Siyempre,
Congratulations.
idol kita.
Oh my God. Ako din.
Thank you. Naglalag ba tayo?
Fresh kahit na puyat, diba?
Hi, everyone.
Ayan.
Oo, kailangan yan.
We can start na. We're okay to start. Okay. So, I would like to ask, how is your life as a professional fitness trainer? And then how nag-transition during this pandemic?
Yes. Well, first of all, thanks, Kim, for having me here. I'm so grateful, and it's a breeze for me, especially I just gave birth 25 days ago. So parang puyatan, and also it's really I'm glad having a live interview with you, and it's your first, so congratulations. And then my life as a fitness online coach, actually, I've started this 6 years ago pa, so that was pre-pandemic. So, parang hindi na ako nanibago ngayon nagpandemya. So, I'm really grateful na nagawa ko na siya before pa. But what I miss about the training is, seeing my clients personally. Iba yung nakikita mo sila, nagpupunta ka. You're more active that way when you can walk. I can get more 10K steps ngayon. Parang feeling ko 3,000 steps na lang. Hindi ko siya ma-achieve sa bahay with nursing and all. Effort talaga. And it's also happy to be able to be with clients who have different problems, different concerns, because I learn from them. So parang it's through experience from years of training that I've learned on how to handle different types of clients, different concerns. Like, hindi lang naman kasi weight loss eh. Siyempre, kasama dyan, Kim, alam mo naman, hormonal imbalance. And then now, PCOS, because I had that pre-pregnancy. So we don't know about these things not unless that we have actually experienced it. So as a coach, it was something challenging for me, having that. But I love being a coach because for me, it's a passion. Parang yung ginagawa mo, Kim, passion to eh. So pareho tayo, what we're doing is something what we're passionate about. So we really don't feel like it's a job.
Yes.
Parang pag sa isang araw nagte-training, kahit ilan yung tinitrain kong clients, personal or online, it doesn't feel like work at all. Parang it's very fulfilling at the end of the day. And that's what I love about coaching. So there.
Actually, guys, yung topic namin today would be Picos. Kasi Pauline, as what she said earlier, no? She well, she's one of those women na nakaka-experience ng parang problem conceiving because of PCOS, and also for weight loss, 'di ba? I think you've shared
Yes.
that with me also. So let's start with how and when did you learn about your PCOS diagnosis? Paano mo nalaman na may PCOS ka?
Okay. 2 years ago, meron akong hormonal imbalance. I was high in estrogen before ako nagka-PCOS. So the bloating was there, and then I didn't get the period ng maayos. And then, pero the consultation with the doctor, ang lagi naman sinasabi ng doctors is, take a pill, and then it will help you. That's always what they say. They won't talk about the lifestyle that you have to do. They won't talk about the workout or the food intake. It's really just about being on the pill. And then last year, since it was a pandemic, what happened to me was, lumaki ako ng 25 pounds na hindi ko napansin.
From
Because I was working out from, 25 pounds siya from 115 hanggang 110 ata, tapos naging 125 ako. Parang 130, parang ganon. Para ako nabuntis na hindi nabuntis, ganyan. Tapos I was bloating, and then I didn't get my period. Tapos lahat talaga, mainit yung ulo ko. And then, ang sabi ko, sige, magpapa-check up ako. So, I had my check up with the OB. She told me to have myself checked for the PCOS. So, yung right ovaries ko, yung may PCOS. I was diagnosed with it. And sabi ko, Dok, anong gagawin ko? Anong pwede kong gawin? Alam mo, sabi niya, just take the pill and you'll be okay. Sabi ko, parang hindi ata. Bakit parang mas naging worse ako with the pill? Kasi di ba nag-estrogen ako, tapos nagkaroon ako ng PCOS. So, what I did, I messaged you. We met na kasi through parties before. And then I
yeah,
messaged you. Kasi I know that you know a lot of people. And then sabi ko, baka hindi mo na ako maalala.
yes, yes.
Di ba? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I messaged you June 2020. And then I said, when I saw the broth, and then I want to, do the fasting. Kasi para sabi ko, nag-fasting naman ako before, so baka carry si broth. Apparently,
Mm-mm.
hindi naman pala ganun kadali yun. But I did that for a day, but I told you I wanted to do 5 days. Remember?
Oo.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Okay.
doon nagsimula yung nung nalaman ko yung PCOS. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so after mong nalaman yung about PCOS, how did you maintain like a new lifestyle? Because you're already into, working out. Basically, may foundation na yung health, yung fitness, into fitness kind, all of that. Did you change anything? Paano
Okay.
transition mo? How did you approach
I changed I changed a lot of things. I love sweets, number one. Kim knows that. If there's someone who would really order from Kim King's Kitchen sweets, I'm not number one fan. As in, sabi ko kay Kim, kailangan ko ng sweets that will help me stop my cravings for sweets. Because before, even if I always work out, I don't really eat to work out. But as a coach, parang yun yung unang sinasabi ng mga tao na eat and then work out, you'll be fine. But for me kasi, as you have to realize, I realize that it's really 100% nutrition, 100% commitment, and 100% training in my part kasi I'm a coach. So, yun yung talagang inayos ko eh. Food intake, sweets. I substituted my sweets ordering from Kim. The cookies, talagang pag
your
mauubos siya parang sandali lang. Pero parang na-realize ko, yung pag tumitikim na ako ng ibang sweets, natatamisan na ako sa kanya. For a person who can eat one slice of cake in just one sitting, ngayon, nakikihati na lang ako, titikim na lang ako kasi hindi ko na kaya. Number one yung
plan?
sweets talaga. Oo, matamis na siya ng sobra. And then, sleep. Sleep is really important. That's a big realization for me since pag busy kasi, you'll realize parang yung big chunk of your day is all about work, it's all about taking care of your clients, it's all about, because I have two jobs. I have a coach and I'm a coach and then I do office work. So yung stress level ko mataas. Parang hindi siya bumabalanse nung nagka-PCOS ako. Doon talaga tumaas. Yung stress level ko biglang tumaas. So yung sleep, I didn't get much sleep, Kim. And when I messaged you, you told me those are integral parts. Tapos what I appreciate about you is that you sent me links to read about Picos. And talagang sabi ko, wow, that's really something that helped me a lot. So yun, yung lifestyle talaga, it's full on change of lifestyle. Especially when you want something, you really have to commit eh. Yun yung mahirap yung commitment eh. Hindi siya yung 5 days. Especially with
Mm-mm.
Picos, mga Pico sisters, totoo yan, hindi siya 5 days. It's really months.
Yes.
Parang months. Ang tagal.
I was just telling my husband, alam mo, pag talaga, like ako kasi personally, just to add on that, it's like, it has to be you have awareness first, so you know what, when you're aware, then you can, plan accordingly aligned to what you have, diba? Ako din, isa yun sa mga challenge ko, ang hilig ko kasi sa sweet potato, and it's already a healthy type of carbs, but what I noticed, kasi nga, diba, there's no one all. Like for me, pag nasobrahan ako sa sweet potato, talagang nag-iiba yung schedule ng period ko. As in, so parang for me,
Mm-mm.
now that I'm aware, I know when to eat it, I know when to not eat it, like 3 to 4 weeks bago ako magka-period, pahinga muna ako sa carbs, then ganun yung approach ko. So again, yun nga, important that you get to really understand how your system works because iba-iba tayo ng, you know, baseline when it comes to health. Okay.
Yes.
Um,
What works for me doesn't work for everyone. Parang ganun eh, di ba, Kim? Hindi talaga
yes.
yung tipong one size fits
Even
all. It's not like that.
sa workout, the
Yes. Yes. It's really
like
personalized.
yeah, ako since coach ka no, just to share. Napansin ko pag sobrang intense ng workout ko, natuloy wala akong rest. I observed this already like a year before pa. Nag-iiba din yung mood ko, tapos nag-iiba din yung schedule ng period ko. So sabi ko, parang siguro adrenal fatigue, no? So
Yes.
parang
Yes.
workout mo also dun sa condition mo. Because if you're putting much
Rest days
stress
are
on,
important.
yeah, actually, yes, I agree. I agree.
People don't really value those rest days because they think they have to push. But that
Mm-mm.
rest days is equal to a success. I always tell my clients rest days is equals to success because your body has an opportunity to really recover because recovering is equal to the weight loss, feeling
Yeah,
good. Kasi hindi lang talaga sa itsura, Kim eh.
diba? The next workout, parang mas prepared ka,
Mas
well-rested
malakas.
ka katawan.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
isa ako sa mga
Yes.
ganyan before, yung parang go, everyday workout. Tapos parang iba yung pakiramdam ko, parang hindi ka. And then when
Mm-mm.
I decided to
Mm-mm.
parang step back a little, listen to my body, oo nga, I think sobrang stress ng katawan ko. So, nakaka-addict naman kasi talaga to workout. You like the feeling of, yung
Totoo.
nagsasweat. Pero yun nga, as what you
Yes.
mentioned, rest is also as important. Especially kung puyat ka, dapat huwag ka mag-workout the
Totoo.
following day.
Totoo.
Ay, yun,
Ako totoo, hindi talaga pwede.
yeah, matulog ka na lang. Mas
Totoo.
pa.
May iba 2 hours
Mm,
nag-workout, 'di ba? 2 hours lang ang
siya.
tulog and then they would talagang workout. Talagang yung hormones mo talaga mag-change. Magugulo yun eh. Pag
Yeah,
gawin mo yun. Even if, tapos sasabihin nila masyadong tumataba. Totoo yun.
yeah.
mas nagsistore. Yeah.
Okay, another question is, so since you've had yun nga PCOS, prior to that, naalala mo ba, even bloating and all that, prior to figuring out na may changes sa katawan mo, may iba ka pa bang like nakitang signals or parang nakikita na like not just physical but how you feel also prior, during and after pregnancy?
Okay. Prior prior pregnancy during PCOS. Okay.
Yes.
Mainit yung ulo ko, mabilis. Yung parang kahit nag-workout ka, parang
Irritable.
iba. Parang irritable, irritated. Tapos the bloating kasi is equal to irritate. You're irritable. But at the same time, you don't feel good. Parang no matter what, even if I work out, even if I try my best to be healthy, try. Kasi sometimes sabi natin, oh, nagsalad ka lang, healthy ka na. Totoo yun, di ba? Uy, hindi ka,
Oo.
nag-skip ka lang ng meal, pumayat ka na. Usually, ganyan ang sinasabi ng mga tao.
Oo.
Payat ka na kasi hindi ka nag-dinner, tapos ano-ano ka. So, um, I didn't feel good at all. Whenever I fit in my jeans, iba yung, alam mo, iba yung feeling. Basta iba. Tapos parang, hindi ako confident. I think that's what's important eh. Is when you feel that you're not confident, change something na, start to change na. So parang ganun. Important that nalaman ko that those simple things that I felt is Picos na pala. Yeah,
Mm.
it's something na, kasi yung iba hindi talaga malalaman not unless they have their self-check. May
Mm.
nagtanong dito, I just saw, paano daw
Oh,
napapacheck, Kim?
yeah.
Oo, as a doctor, ask your doctor, your OB-GYN to have her self-checked for PCOS kasi mag-ano ka, parang intravaginal test, para ultrasound for that.
Mm.
So, yun, you'll know, yes. Kailangan mo
But
talaga magpa-check.
signals, but some of the signals yan, when you lose your period, irritable, lagi kang bloated, yeah. So, may mga
Headache, migraine. Ako,
migraine.
grabe yung migraines ko, yung migraine attacks ko. Tapos, sleepy. Parang mababa yung energy. Yan, hindi talaga matutumbasan ng workout yung energy.
So,
It's
parang mababa
really,
or throughout the day
nawala ka. Ano
nagka-crash.
yung,
Di ba,
nagka-crash.
when you
Pagdating ng morning, yeah. Pagdating ng morning, super energized ako. Pero pagdating ng pagpawala na yung araw, wala na. As in, extremes.
parang pagod na
Pagod na
pagod.
ako. Parang, ba't ganun? Parang, I didn't do much. Yes, especially during the pandemic, eh. Nasa bahay lang naman tayo and then may crash. Parang imposible magka-crash when you're just at home, right? When you're not really doing so
Pagod
much compared to before. So that's, yes.
Okay. Question, wala, i-add ko lang to. Naisip ko lang, kasi di ba pag may PCOS ka, minsan pag extreme workout mo, lalong lumalala. So, anong klaseng training yung maisa-suggest mo? Sa mga bagong dating dito, what is PCOS? It's polycystic ovarian cyst syndrome. So,
Yes.
may mga, like, mga nagtatanong din sa akin, like, anong klaseng training yung, since ikaw, this is your forte and your expertise mo to working out, fitness and training, and you're a coach. Ano yung kind of workout na tingin mo hindi makakakos ng extreme or masyadong stress or spike yung cortisol mo sobra to the extent na mawawala yung period mo? Kasi ganun yung nangyayari sa iba
Yes.
eh. Parang hindi
Yes.
sila aware,
Walang
may PCOS
period.
sila. Parang irag na sila to begin with. Tapos pagka-workout nila, lalong lumalala. Ano kaya
Yes,
yung class
yes.
of workout pwede nilang gawin?
First of all, low impact exercises. The walking is really, alam mo, before pa, I'm really a fan of walking. I love walking.
Me
Kasi
too.
yung heart rate mo is really steady. So yun, number one is walking. When your heart rate is steady, you burn more fat. Diba, Kim?
Yes,
That's when
too.
you burn more fat, not
Too.
when you're doing a hit workout. When you're doing a hit workout, you're burning your calories. But if
Yeah.
you're on your heart rate is low and steady, yung relax ka lang, yun, that's when you burn more fat.
And when you
Yes,
sleep,
walking and when you sleep, yes, important yung sleep. And then, flow workouts. I have flow
low.
workouts kasi yung tipong, hindi yung heavy dumbbells. Yun ang napansin ko with me eh. When I was training so hard, like nung super liit ko, kasi lumiit ako ng sobrang tingting dahil sa
Mm-mm.
workouts, tapos it's lang, healthy food. Pero hindi yung kasing healthy ko ngayon na kasi nagsusugar pa ako noon. But after naman noon, nagka-PCOS ako. So it doesn't really mean na from the ting-ting, from the super payat na may muscles, hindi ka pwede magka-PCOS. Kasi it's the lifestyle eh. Parang siningil din yung body ko. So what I
Oo.
learned is, I have to have those steady state workouts wherein it's about stretching, it's about body weight exercises, it's about the core workout, strengthening your core. Because my workouts are functional, Kim. My
Mm-mm.
workouts complement to what you do every day. So parang you'll get stronger, but you don't have to lift so much weights. You can lift just your body. Oo, body weight lang. Body weight training lang siya. Yun yung para sa akin. Kasi I have clients until now na talagang ganun din. May hormonal imbalance, may PCOS. But when we do the workouts differently from the others, sabi ko, don't do the workouts you did already. Kasi sanay na rin yung katawan mo. At the same time, kailangan ng breather ng body natin. Yes. Kailangan ng pahinga din eh. Yung from the intense workouts, kailangan din ng flow workouts, core workouts, yun. So it's about stretching, walking, body weight exercises, planking, yun yung mga magaganda. Squats, kahit nga mag-squats ka lang with an exercise ball, it's a good one eh. Hindi mo kailangan mag-lift ng sobrang bigat na 100 pounds to, to lose weight.
Gets,
Yeah.
yes.
So,
Actually, very interesting yung sinabi mo because I was reading, gosh, ang dami binabasa. There's another article that I've read. I'm not sure if it's the race article in Bulletproof. Na parang sinasabi niya, napapaisip daw siya if ang intense workout ba, like yung bodybuilder type of workout, is it like the junk food of the movement? Napaisip ako, kasi it's man-made daw, yun ang sinasabi niya. Parang the body can still like function well by just doing a natural movement where it's not too intense in a way. So basically, ano ba yung natural? We squat, we pull, we push. Those are natural.
Push and pull.
Yung mga farmers, paano sila? Parang those are natural movements back then daw. So parang yun yung sinasabi. And makes sense, no? Lalo na kung meron kang PCOS. May question dito. Nasaan na ba yun? Nawala. Wait, there. Does PCOS always result to weight gain?
No. Some weight loss, extreme weight loss, not necessarily. Depende talaga sa tao. Yung iba kasi, super weight loss naman sila. Swerte yun, actually, yung nag-weight loss. Pero not necessarily swerte kasi they don't feel good pa din. Payat sila, but they don't feel good. So, it depends on the body of a person. So, not necessarily weight gain.
MC, just to add on what Pauline mentioned, when I was reading, kasi I was reading the book of Jason Fung and Megan, I think Megan something, I can remember the surname, but anyway, it says na yung actually pumapayat, parang 10% lang sila. So in short, majority ng may PCOS, most probably, nga, kasi di ba I've had PCOS also, and I was payat naman all the way, parang I wasn't aware na possible pala yun kasi nga, chinek pa nga yung insulin ko kung mayroon akong diabetes kasi usually daw, insulin resistant pag may PCOS. So, to answer your question, based on sa mga nabasa ko, merong mga talagang pumapaya. Those are yung 10% na sabi ni Pauline Suer. Mostly, yun nga, parang payat sila, biglang tataba na lang for no reason. Which is yun nga, yung may underlying PCOS na pala. May question dito, Mama's Venture, what exercise ito iba naman. What exercise do you recommend for someone na may hyperthyroidism?
Okay. Depends sa lifestyle ng tao eh. Okay? I always ask the person, what is your first lifestyle? Kasi merong iba hyperthyroidism na sila. Tapos mag-workout sa YouTube video ng todo-todo, tapos after nun, sobrang sore. Tapos, 5 days, 1 week, nagkasakit, nagkalagnat. So, I always ask first, what's your lifestyle? If your lifestyle is just a steady lifestyle without a workout, first, go for a walk. Yun muna. Mag-walking ka muna, mag-stretching ka muna. Hindi yung, I can't recommend something na parang, sige, do planks, do something like that. It's really you moving first, have that movement first in your body, and then know the type of lifestyle that you have. Oo, kasi depende, like yung iba, kulang sa tulog, right? Yung iba naman, over sa tulog. Yung iba, couch potato talaga. So, pag mga couch potatoes and over sa tulog sa akin, hindi ko mabibigyan ng proper workouts. What I start with, stretching, core workouts, core strengthening workouts, mga bird dog, simple squats, body weight pa din.
Wait
Mga
pa
8
din.
reps lang, tapos mag-walking lang sila. It's all about body weight exercises, yes. Pero
Yeah.
first, for me, walking. Pag
Oo.
may
So,
hyperthyroidism, walking ka muna.
walang
Walking ka muna.
sense na workout. I guess it's also it's more realistic kasi, 'di ba, kapag like for me, lagi kong sinasabi sa fasting version no naman is kung hindi ka sanay, huwag mong biglain yung system mo because at the end of the day, you want to do something na kaya mong i-sustain. Hindi siya short term, like working out. If the type of
Yes.
workout that you're doing is
Yes.
something you cannot do for a long duration of time, babalik ka lang dun sa old habit mo. So find something that's realistic to you, doable sa schedule and sa energy expenditures mo, lalo na kung mommy ka na.
Yes.
Like for me, before I can work out, like I still wake up at 4:35 a.m. and like you, maaga rin ako nagigising. But I adjusted, I started listening to my tired, I rest. There's a certain parang sacrifice or pain lang na kaya ma-tolerate. At the end of the day, you want something sustainable, diba? Of course, if you want to reach certain goals aesthetically, ibang usapan yun. But again, it's realistic to you.
Yes, or yung parang may project sila, yung talaga may shoot sila, iba yung target nun. Yes. Mabilisan lang yun eh. So, yeah.
And Christy, my question, is jump rope okay for those who have Picos? Jump rope daw.
Jump rope is a good exercise for anyone. Basta, number one, wala kang calf problems, hindi ka flat-footed, you've been working out kahit papano. Kasi mahirap yung magja-jump rope ka na, hindi ka man lang nag-walking, or hindi ka man lang nag-stretching. Because I know jump roping is really nice, but for some who has weak legs, at weak knee, hindi siya nakakatulong. Jump rope is okay, but make sure that you do it properly with the right form, with the right stretching. Hindi naman siya necessarily na hindi pwede dahil may Picos ka. Because it's a form of cardio din. But make sure that nagsi-stretch. Kasi yung iba, coach, gagawin ko to kasi uso to. Wait lang. Sabi ko, mag-stretching muna tayo. Mag-build ka muna. Start from 0 muna. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Hindi 0 to 10.
Or strengthen mo muna yung area na dapat. Kasi it's jumping.
Na gusto. Like, calf. Kasi usually, it's jumping. It's usually sa calf yun eh. Diba, Kim? So,
yeah. Actually, ako before, trinay ko, nag-jump rope. Pero sumakit yung tuhod ko and ankle ko kasi hindi ako prepared. So, yeah, lesson sa akin yun. So, parang, and then I asked someone, hindi pa kilala nun. So, hindi pa rin uso yung jumping rope nun. Kasi, even up to now, I really like yung hula hoop and yung mga ganong klaseng movement. Kasi if I want, like, especially I have kids. But, parang yun nga sa jump rope, I think you have to strengthen certain parts of your legs, or
calf muscles, legs.
But yeah, personally, sumakit yung tuhod ko. But masarap siya. Pero yun nga, I guess kailangan mo lang tansyahin and strengthen kung ano yung dapat mong palakasin bago mo gawin. Diba? May mga certain, parang micro for that eh.
Yes.
May dito, nasa na ba yun? Ivy Tisha, can you have hormonal imbalances but not Picos? I guess this is something that you can ask sa doctor mo. Yung iba kasi hypothyroidism na concern, so not necessarily Picos.
Hypothyroidism, yes.
Nerissa, how did you know you have...
Yung iba, high in estrogen.
Hi, Nerissa. Just to answer, may question siya sa akin. I started, parang iba-iba yung schedule ng period ko. So, dun ko nalaman yun. And then I started reading up on it. My question dito, Embergal, 24. I have PCOS po almost a year po. Then I'm gaining more weight po. Ano yung, okay. Another question that I have pala. Like, if you're going to, like, as a fitness coach, if you're going to suggest a certain type of diet to slowly make a person or a woman help them, go through or fix in short, the Picos. We're not a doctor, but like for your experience mo, ano yung klase ng diet
Experience.
ginawa mo?
Okay.
Ano yung
Um, nakakatawa kasi 'di ba ang dami ko lagi sa yung tanong yan, Kim, simula nung June. Even if nung pregnant ako, tinanong ko sa'yo how to deal with cravings. Although wala akong craving, but during the time that I had the PCOS, number one talaga I suggest is remove all sweets. Sugar is a culprit. Dairy. Yun yung tinanggal ko. Sugar, dairy. Pero hindi ko sasabihin na hindi ako nagtitikim-tikim ng sugar ha. Lalo na may mga nagbibigay sa akin ng food. Titikim lang ako, pero hindi ko na siya magugustuhan. Alam mo yon, parang sakto na siya. Okay na siya. Masarap siya, but it's too much for me. But I would still try it. So, sugar, dairy, yun yung tinanggal ko. Sugar, dairy. And then, hindi ako nagpo-pork kasi. So, hindi ako fan ni pork ever since. But not just because of the picos, but it's not my jam. I don't like the pork. So, parang, I don't feel good eating the pork. Parang ganon. And then, yun tanggalin muna si sugar. And fast food. Yung mga kala nating healthy fast foods na parang tapos yung dressing, di ba? Oh, what I eat, coach. Ganito sila, coach. Here's what I eat. Because I ask my clients to give me a food diary so I can keep track of their food intake to help them jumpstart into something healthy. So pag may salad, and then nandun naman yung Caesar dressing na sobrang dami, it doesn't mean na it's healthy. So parang on the side dapat yun, put it on the side. And then I don't really count calories. So I eat breakfast because I'm a morning person. And then dinner, hindi ako nagka-carb sa dinner. Yun yung nakatulong sa akin nun. And then, yung dairy, yun, no milk for me. No milk talaga. Cheese, yan, dairy. Dairy products I don't take. Yun.
Okay, from diamondsdelmaria.ph, is walking enough and stretching if hindi kaya, hindi ka on workout talaga. Kung hindi ka mahilig mag-workout. Yeah. Yun ang question niya. Okay lang ba yung...
Yes.
Is walking enough para
Oo, actually, Kim, alam mo yun, di ba? Malaking bagay ang walking talaga.
Yeah. Yep. You know, just especially now, kasi nakaupo lang tayo.
Malaking bagay ang walking talaga.
Usually, when I do my one-on-one consultations also no, sa clients, it's rare na nakaupo ako. Usually, meron akong walk pad. Like, I have 3 walk pads. Actually, 4 na ata. Yung isa sa husband ko. I have sa kitchen, I have sa office, I have dito sa walk-in room ko. So, because if I can't work out, at least I get my steps. And especially after mo kumain, lang. And I personally noticed na it helps also with your digestion, especially after mo kumain, to get your steps kahit 15 minutes lang. Or actually 10 minutes if it up for you yung 15 minutes. Start slowly. Diba?
Ako, Kim, kasi I have a small house, so I just go in and out kasi hindi ko nadala yung treadmill doon. So back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Even my son, si Tyler, kasi syempre online sila sa bahay lang, di ba? So sabi ko, nako, go stand up and then go for a walk, even just around there. Pag ganun-ganun ka lang, that's a big thing and huge thing already na gumagalaw ka instead of just sitting down and watching and not doing anything. Yun. Hi to Mama Jacqueline Blanco. Meron din siyang hormonal imbalance siya, Kim, when she started with me noon. Yeah.
From M State, sabi niya, I have PCOS. What helped me was to eat food, not processed, no sugars. Galing. Awesome. Pursuit the interior. What does
Malaking bagay talaga yun.
Hi, Pursuit. Yes. So basically, parang nade-delay ako ng few days. Because usually yung iba, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, kapag normal yung period mo, same day. For example, if I get my period first day of the month, consistent yon. Actually, a lot of women, hindi rin sila kasi aware na may PCOS sila. Ako, na-observe ko, yung sabi mo irritable, I've experienced that. But the thing is, ang nakaring kasi diet ko when I was younger, I think I've shared this with people, no? Even the people who are really close to me, when I was like 18, oh my God. di bali na, parang walang real food, in short. Lahat dessert, ganun kasama. So, this is where I'm coming from. Kaya ngayon, parang obsessed with being healthy and just limiting basically my cheat day. Okay. Okay to eat eggless and gluten-free mayonnaise and gluten-free ketchup. At the end of the day, ano ba masasuggest mo? They're limiting their gluten and all of that. What can you suggest? Is it about limiting or like totally avoiding it? Or for you, what's Pauline?
Kasi for me, it depends what works for you. Kasi yung, 'di ba, yung food intake mo depending on how you feel taking it eh. Kasi it already has effects on your body. So it doesn't mean na sabihin namin na, oh sige, go full on gluten-free everything. It means it would work. Sometimes yung nutrient dense food yung talagang kailangan ng body and mostly that's what we need. So it really siguro kasi ako personally hindi ako mahilig sa mga condiments. Hindi I can go on without ketchup, mayonnaise, toyo, yung mga sausawan kasi yun yung Filipino traditions na may sausawan, may suka, toyo. Ako hindi ako mahilig sa ganun talaga ever since. So hindi ako nahirapan. But I guess when you're that
Actually,
type who needs those condiments, cut down ng konti. Yun lang. Mag-start with cutting down, I guess, no, Kim? Instead of removing it on an instant hanggang na kaya mo na munang iwasan. Parang gano'n.
Yeah. Okay, Ivy Tisha, I'll send you the walkpad. The R1 Huawei, hindi, ano ba to? Yeah, R1 or C1. Please, meron ako, I'll send it to you later. Please send me a message. Okay. Okay, another question. So how about after pregnancy? Kamusta yung kasi nagpapa-breastfeed ka, usually hindi ka pa magkaka-period, diba? So yeah.
Mm-mm.
So, but did you change anything like sa diet mo? And I've seen your 25th, it's so inspiring. Parang hindi ka panganak, you're recovering well. And I'm sure nutrition
Thank you,
has
Kim.
impact, diba? So, may mga binago ka ba? Kasi diba, meron kang, your eldest, ilang taon na ba yung eldest mo? Nakalimutan ko yung age na. Ilang taon na ba yung
11 years. 11 years old na si Tyler.
Kung naaalala mo, meron ka bang binago after pregnancy mo before and right now, na-aware ka na
Okay.
you've had PCOS?
Yes. Number 1, I don't eat for 2. Sinabi mo rin sa akin yan. Don't eat for 2. Totoo yun. Don't eat for 2. Parang, kasi usually when you're pregnant, you tell yourself, I have that privilege to eat for 2 because of my baby. But apparently, hindi naman pala siya ganon. You just need an extra 500 calories, no, Kim? Tama ba? Yun, yung sinabi mo sa akin. Ikaw yung nagsabi sa akin nun.
Yeah, as long as nutrient-dense yung food mo. I was chatting with international health coach when I got pregnant with my eldest Storm. This was back in 2017. And sabi niya sa akin, you don't even have to eat for two, no? You have to be mindful of what the quality of food you eat more than anything else, because you can eat like tons of food but hindi siya caloric dense,
but hindi healthy.
So there's that. Focus on whole food.
It doesn't help the baby.
Yes. So it's really more of the quality of the food that you eat. And my OB also was very sorry.
Yeah.
My OB-GYN was also very strict, and she was telling me na, parang nakapila kami, I remember, yung mga kasama ko, yung mga katabi ko, parang, mag-weigh-in na naman. Kasi diba, every check-up may weigh-in. Parang, kapag sila kasi
may weigh-in.
Normal delivery. So, sabi niya, kung gusto mo mag-normal delivery, it would be best to be mindful of your food, the food you eat, during the pregnancy. Para hindi ka sobrang lumaki. Parang ganun. Yeah.
Yes. Kasi I was still working out until 8 months. Nagtuturo pa ako, Kim. Nagzo-Zoom workouts pa ako sa clients ko. Linilimit ko lang yung movements ko. Nalilimutan ko pa minsan na buntis ako dati. So parang, totoo yun.
Yeah. And since you've been doing
nag-workout pa ako nun.
Oo, you've been doing it prior to pregnancy, diba? So it's really parang part of sanay na yung katawan mo. With my twins, I'm also working out throughout. So, iba, parang nakatulong for me.
Yeah.
Na normal ko yung
Yes.
twins. Hindi ko alam paano ko ginawa yun sa totoo lang. Na, you know,
Grabe. In fairness,
having,
grabe.
yeah, yeah, movement lang talaga, no? It helps. And yung asawa ko kasi, so sabi niya, hirap na hirap
Mm-mm.
na ako. I remember, is Atticus here? Maybe you can share. Yung bed namin nasa floor. So imagine, so I had to push my body. Hirap na
Oo
talaga
nga.
ako.
Kasi
But it
dalawa ang
helped.
bigat.
Yeah,
Sa
it
isa
helped. It
pa lang eh.
really helped. Okay. So, okay,
It
last
helped
would
when
be,
you're active.
what is your own reflection and advice for PCOS diagnosed and undiagnosed women na parang nafe-feel nila that there's something wrong?
First, have yourself checked. It's important that you know what you're dealing with. Hindi yung nafe-feel mo lang, tapos ay feeling ko PCOS na to kasi wala akong period, PCOS
Mm-mm.
na or because I don't feel good, I already is equated to an hormonal imbalance issue. You have to have yourself checked first with a doctor for them to diagnose you and know talagang what's really in your body so you know how to deal with it.
Mm-mm.
Kasi, and second, you have to read, ako what I did, I had to accept it. Acceptance is first accepting that you have it, and that's the new you, parang ganon. It doesn't mean that it has to be you, but it is the you now. So you have to work on your you now, parang ganon. Because if I kept on looking back on my photos before, I would be depressed, 'di ba? Kasi sanay ako sa payat noon, ganyan. So
Oo.
para madi-depressed ako pag dun lang ako nakastuck dun sa vision na forever akong payat. So I had to accept that, okay, I'm in a state wherein I have that imbalance, wherein I have PCOS, and I'll work on it. And I commit myself to working with the PCOS so that when I deal with it, kaya na. Parang ganon. Kasi hindi ko na siya napansin eh. Biglang,
Mm-mm.
kasi usually when you have PCOS, you don't get pregnant. So I did. So nakakagulat that I
Mm-mm.
did. Just the doctor said, ano na ako nun, parang magti 3 months na ako, Kim. And then I messaged you, remember? Nagkagulatan din tayo. It
Oo.
helped that
So,
the bone broth, the bone broth helped me. I did the fasting, pero one day lang yung kinaya ko, di ba? Na bongga. Pero parang 3 pounds kagad ako in a day, no, na nawala. Just ang liit-liit ng chan ko. Pero I felt so good. But what helped me talaga is the lifestyle and knowing that I have a go-to na parang, okay, I want a healthier food. And then I tried your food delivery na healthy food, di ba? So when you have those options to try and to take, open yourself to it. Hindi yung, hindi, it doesn't work naman, it won't work, it won't work. So having that positive mindset and lifestyle would really help us. Ako, it helped me that even if I wasn't feeling good, but changing my mindset towards it helped me overcome it. You know,
mm,
it's all about the proper mindset. It's all about, recalibrating your brain on what your body wants to achieve. It's really about the mind. Even
yes.
if Kim is there, I'm here. And when you, after this video, when you look at yourself and say, oh, hindi naman totoo yun, ganyan. Wala, nega na. So parang first start with a positive outlook and then
Yes.
recalibrate your brain that, hey, I'm having this PCOS and I can deal with that PCOS. And then third, fix your fix your food, know what to eat, know what to
Actually,
avoid. Because what, di ba? Kasi Kim, yung sa iba naman, even if they eat sugar, carry nila, kaya nila. Ako apparently hindi. So,
oo,
yun sa mga PCOS yun eh, dairy and sugar.
yun
Yun yung
din yung,
culprit.
actually, sa akin naman, ano ko, just to share, um, apparently, I can handle dairy, but like, sugar talaga yung nakaka-trigger. It's really my carbs that triggers my PCOS, no? I guess, iba-iba talaga per katawan or per tao, no? Um, but yeah, just like what you mentioned, it's about acceptance. Like open up yourself and accept that this is my situation, but don't. I guess it's more of
Mm-mm.
we cannot be just the victim of the situation. We have to find a way on how to deal the situation and better
Yes.
ourselves. And I guess even for insert now, even for changing your lifestyle, like eating mindfully, you have to have a clear goal. What's your goal in doing certain things? I guess if your goal is really clear, it kind of helps you. It becomes your anchor on pushing yourself. Okay, I want to feel great. I want to live better.
Yes.
Battle this PCOS and be able to, for example, get pregnant or lose weight and all of that. If you know
Mm-mm.
what's anchoring or your anchor
Goals
is,
are.
I think it becomes and goal, yeah, your goal, it becomes easier. But if you dwell on the
Yes.
struggle that you will go through, like ang hirap naman nito, ang hirap naman ayusin yung food ko, parang it
Mm-mm.
wala ka naman choice eh. It's either you fix it or you just let it be. Diba? It will be up to you. So
Totoo.
that's very, very,
Mas lalong mahirap pag sinabing mahirap, Kim.
yeah,
'Di ba? It's harder when you say it's hard. But
yeah.
when your mindset is there, when you claim that you will have that body. Ako, it's really about that claim eh. I claim that I'll have that body, and then during that pregnancy, I already claimed that I'm only gonna gain 20 pounds.
Oo.
20, sabi ni doctor kasi 25 to 30 pounds, Kim. So
Mm-mm.
parang sabi ko sa sarili ko, I'm only gonna gain 20 pounds. And then I'm not gonna eat for two. I want to feel good because um, me feeling good makes my baby feel good too. Di ba totoo yun? Kasi
And
kung ano nararamdaman mo, mararamdaman ng baby.
all energy. So, yeah.
The energy is there
That's
also. So,
feeling, diba? Like, if you're parang,
mm-mm.
when you're happy, kahit napagod ka, there's a certain
Mm-mm.
rewarding yung feeling. So, reward, diba? Parang, it feels good if you like what you're doing. And,
Yeah.
nagmamanifest. Hindi
Yes.
sa sarili mo, but even sa tao sa paligid mo. Diba? Your partner, your
Sa
friend.
paligid. Totoo.
Yeah. So, it's really,
Yes.
oh, awesome.
Especially tayong mga moms. Tayong mga moms, Kim, important that we feel good because,
Hi,
you
Kate.
know, what we feel, the family feels
Yes.
it as well. Eh. So, it's
Makaka-relate yung
important.
husband. Pag stress ako, oh my God, ramdam ng buong bahay.
Oo.
Nandito ba ba si Picos? Baka busy
Ganon.
siya.
Ganon yun.
Ramdam
Pag,
ng buong
pag
bahay.
mainit yung ulo, mainit ulo. Wala na. Yeah,
Happy wife,
mararamdaman.
happy wife. Happy wife, happy life. Totoo yun.
Yeah. Totoo.
So, awesome. Okay. Um, meron pa ba? May mga questions pa ba kayo, guys? May nakita ako kaninang question. Hindi ko na
Ito, how long should one's walking exercise be? Sabi nito ni Gorgeous 1010 Kim.
Ayun.
Well,
So,
when you,
long
kasi
ba?
you start first with 50, di ba, you start first incrementally, hindi yung 1 hour nag-walking ka na, mamaya hindi ka na makapaglakad the following day. Kahit mga 15 to 20 minutes first, and then after nun, after a week, do it 30 minutes, after nun, 45 minutes. This next time, hindi mo mararamdaman, you're already walking for an hour. So it's the starting, increment starts. Alam mo yun, hindi yung tipong isang oras, okay na. Tapos the following day, you can't walk and you'll dread walking. Kasi ako,
Oo.
I'll dread walking if I go on
Pag,
full on ng parang 1 hour. Kasi,
and then,
kasi
din,
Kim,
ano,
di ba, hindi ako nag-workout since 8 months. Di ba,
oo.
nung 8 month last workout ko, nag-walk lang akong konti. And then, I walked the other day, napagod na ako sa 30 minutes. Tapos parang sabi ko, oh, napagod ako. Tapos na-realize ko, oh, nga pala, nasa ibang stage yung body ko. I have to respect where the stage of my body. It's not the same before. Yeah. So, respect where your body is at. And then, work from there. That's the best thing.
Okay. May question dito si M. Katrina Diente. How many pounds did you gain during pregnancy?
Ako, 20 pounds. 20 pounds yung na-weight gain ko. Nakatulong talaga that I was active and yung not eating for two and then having that Kim King's sweets because I still like sweets and
So,
ako yung number one nag-order ng cookies nila, yung chocolate chip cookie, favorite ko yan. And then the bar, the peanut butter bars, super favorite namin kasi sa bahay ganun din yung kinakain. So it's important that you eat right. Yun. Nutrients dense food it's important. 20
Dense.
pounds. Ngayon, naka-lose na ako ng mga 12. 12.
Galing. Amazing.
Naka-lose na ako ng 12.
Okay, may question si
Without
Pursuit
workout.
Superior. Galing. Amazing. Okay, is fasting allowed during pregnancy? I would not recommend that you fast during pregnancy, but technically, when we sleep, we fast. So basically, just cut your last meal at night, maybe earlier, and you eat whole food. Focus on nutrient-dense food, kagaya ng sinabi ni Pauline. Yeah, but I would not recommend that you do a long fast, especially when you're pregnant, because there's a growing baby inside you. Focus on nutrient.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, ako hindi ako nag-midnight snack noon.
Oo, yun ang kailangan niya i-avoid, no? Lalo na pag close to, because you have to give your body the ample amount of time to digest your food. Actually, ako,
Yes.
na-experience mo yun. When I was pregnant, pag kumain ako late at night, indigestion ako, lalo na kung nagmamadali ako kumain, alam mo yun. So, maybe you can share experience, like, paano ka kumain? Like, you mentioned kasi kanina, dinner mas lighter. Ganun din ba nung pregnant ka?
Yeah. Yes. Wait lang, ayusin ko lang. Okay. Mas lighter pag dinner. Kasi hindi ako talaga lihi. Parang I didn't have food cravings except for the sweets nga, yung bars, yung cookies mo, yun yung mga ko. Hindi ako talaga nag-full on eating. Parang I didn't have that. Maybe because the mindset was there, I guess. And because the mindset was there when I learned about it, I didn't get that cravings, full on cravings. So, breakfast ko, oatmeal pa din. I'm a fan of oatmeal kasi I love oatmeal with almond milk. Forever, oatmeal with almond milk yung pagkain ko. And then, yun, salad sa lunch, or veggies, cooked veggies, fish, chicken, beef, tapos full on buko juice. Mahilig ako sa buko juice. Yun yung ko, forever buko juice. And then ang dami ko mag-water. When they say na parang hindi daw ako namanas, I guess because I kept on drinking water. And then you pee, di ba? And then I wasn't eating salty foods then. So yun. Kasi I guess when you're eating a lot of salty and a lot of sugar, doon ka nagbo-bloat.
Because
so, yes, oo. So, yung excess water, right, Kim? So yun. But,
dehydrated. Actually, when you're dehydrated, the body holds more water. Take note.
Yeah.
It's not just really actually about just the sugar, but when your body is dehydrated, it holds more water. I've learned this from one of my health coaches. And I started incorporating, like, I started measuring my water and all of that. I became obsessed about, making sure that I drink enough water, and it worked for me. And I guess a lot of people, or especially for women, we tend to be dehydrated all the time and we're not aware. If you keep on, parang gutom ka palagi, minsan dehydrated ka lang. So, may ganung factor din siya. My question pa si Pursuit the Interior, how do you know if you've reached yung nutrient needs ng body mo? Well, usually you feel more energized, you have more, parang you're just limitless. There you go. I think that's the word. How about you, Pauline? Paano mo masasabi na parang well-nourished yung katawan mo?
When I wake up and I feel good, alam kong tama yung kinain ko the previous day. But when the previous day you ate like crappy stuff, the following day you feel bloated right away, you feel low energy. So yun nga, limitless, you'll feel limitless, you'll feel more, you feel great. Yun eh. It's really about feeling good for me. Alam mo yun, at the end of the day, it's really not how you look, but how you feel. Yeah. So, yun. Yeah.
Bonus na lang yung, alam mo yun, papayat ka along the way because you're mindful choices when it comes to food. Mama's Venture. We have 8 minutes more left, so sagutin lang natin to. So Mama's Venture, fruits can also have lots of sugar. Is fruits considered as a healthy snack? If you don't have any diabetes naman, actually, ang pertaining when you're pregnant, kasi napansin ko, I have friends na even mango, parang pinalimit sa kanila.
Yeah. Ako hindi ako nagmamango.
So I cannot speak, for like I cannot give you a concrete answer. But personally, I limit my fruits. Iba-iba tayo ng katawan. But for me, because I've had Picos, so I know how my body works already. When I too much, even if it's whole food, because it's nutrient
Yeah,
dense.
yeah,
Of course,
yeah,
fruit is
yeah.
still a better option than a fast food food, diba?
Mm-mm,
Because
mm-mm.
it has live enzymes. So it can be healthy. But again, it depends on yung baseline mo. Um, like for me, I would still limit my fruits. Nothing against, eating fruits, drinking your fruit juices and all of that. But personally, I would like a cup a day. I'm already happy with that. I usually focus on low carb fruits. That's for me. But again, iba-iba yung tao. If you don't have any health concern naman, as long as it's whole food, then it would be a better option pa rin at the end of the day than eating junk food.
Yeah, then eating chips.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yes.
yeah.
Sa akin na nung mango, hindi ako nagtitake kasi mataas talaga ng sugar nun. And hindi ko siya gusto rin.
Mm.
Apparently, ako yung Pilipino, hindi ko gusto yung mangga. So, hindi ako fan ng mangoes.
Pickled,
So, it's,
I love pickled mango. Yung green, tapos nakababad sa vinegar.
yeah,
I love pickled fruit. So anything pickled. Sarap.
pickled.
Mm-mm.
Kasi ginagawa mo rin yun, di ba, Kim? You
Mm-mm.
have that.
Oo.
May
Okay.
questions pa ba?
Mayroon pa ba kaming hindi nasagot?
Pero Kim, with you di ba, when you were pregnant, after din nun, after giving birth, ang liit mo kagad eh.
Kasi masyado akong obsessed sa Jackie, papaya ang gusto mo pa.
Oo, totoo, papaya. Totoo, favorite ko papaya.
Wala ko kasi, ang ginagawa ko like ngayon, kasi we're planning to get pregnant anytime soon before the year ends, no? Hoping for it. Personally talaga, pinaplan ko na kasi talaga, like, what will I eat? And I know, like, if I have certain cravings, I know what certain nutrients yung kulang. For example, if I crave for sweet again, all of a sudden, no, kahit na hindi na siya present sa food ko, it means that meron akong mineral imbalance. So, I try to
Yeah.
incorporate magnesium, I try to incorporate certain supplements that will help me win or, you know, not eat sugary food. Yeah, usually naman ganun yung nangyayari eh. So, one of the signs na may imbalance or hindi ka well-nourished is
May
may certain
kulang.
ka.
Yeah,
Yeah.
may kulang sa
Smell,
body. You sent me a list of that before, Kim.
yeah. So, I can share it with you guys. Just send me a message. Meron ako nun sa health board kitchen ko. Meron ako health board.
Mm-mm.
Hey, it's Melody. How would workouts be for different body types? This is for you, Pauline.
Yeah, specific workouts talaga for different body types, hindi talaga same. It's not a one size fit all too, as well as dieting or eating your food. For sure with Kim, iba rin yung per client, 'di ba? Iba rin yung ginagawa mong per client, iba yung target. At the same time with me as well, pag bottom heavy, iba yung workouts for bottom heavy. Pag upper heavy, iba rin yung ano for upper heavy. So it really depends. But if you really want a one size all fit na workout, walking. Yun, may nagtanong kung biking kanina. I love biking. I love spinning, indoor cycling. I love it. I just stopped nung buntis ako.
Low impact.
But low impact din siya, yes. But depends nag-high impact siya if you're on a high impact spinning class. Kasi yung ano yung nag-intensity high over high na yung ano mo heart rate mo. Yes, ang taas ng heart rate, yung zone ng heart rate mo. Ako, tumataas talaga, sobrang taas. But I like it. I like the feeling of the adrenaline. It's a good feeling. But of course, you have to have those rest days. Parang yung time nung akin, yung for that person asking when I spin ng Monday, I won't spin ng Tuesday. At least twice a week lang ako before because it's so high intensity. Because pag ako, when I'm in class, I forget about the heart rate. Even if I know that I have to keep track of the heart rate, kasi may arrhythmia ako eh. So, meron ako imbalance sa heartbeat, kulang yung heartbeat ko. So, nag-shoot up yung heart rate ko ng sobrang taas to 190, which is wrong. Pero kaya kasi ng puso ko yon. So, it depends. Oo, iba, masyadong mataas siya.
Sprint ako 180, gano'n. Parang pag 190, baka
masyado siyang mataas, di ba? Pero gusto ko yung feeling na gano'n. Tapos yung afternoon, pulang-pula ka. Gusto ko yung feeling nun. Pero feeling ko kaya dahil doon, kaya ako nagka-PCOS eh. Parang feeling ko, it's really what you did. Yes, it's an adrenal fatigue. So, that's why now, ano lang, natuto ako mag-bike sa labas. Super low impact yun, yung biking sa labas. Yung indoor spinning is different from the outside biking. So, yun yung mas low impact. So, really depends on your body, really depends on the goals and your lifestyle and your sleep. For example, you didn't get to sleep, don't work out. Don't work out na lang. Tama si Kim, matulog ka na lang.
Oh,
There.
actually, by sleeping alone, you can lose weight kasi we burn fat when we sleep. So that is why that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing, like I get to talk to people na um gusto nila mag-workout isabay sa diet and all of that. Sabi ko, of course, pwede naman gawin yon, but then again, it has to be a type of workout na hindi bug, sobrang bugbog yung katawan mo in a way na
Yes.
super stressful kasi dieting alone is really stressful. Tapos
So,
kung sobra pa
yes.
yung workout, kaya di ba most of the time, yung mga, for example, if you're on heavier side and then you're trying to lose weight and then isasabay mo siya sa workout, hindi nila masustain
Mm-hmm.
kasi sobrang
Mm-mm.
bugbog, no? So,
Yes. Yes.
that,
Yung clients ko, Kim, that does broth fasting with you and water fasting, what I did is I really fixed their workouts. Alam ko kung kailan sila magpa-fasting sa'yo. And then I would give them, inaayos ko na. I give them what they need. Tapos, after nun, tsaka kami nag-workout ng full on. Kasi sayang yung energy, magugutom ka. Yun talaga magiging mangyayari dun eh. When you're on fasting, because I know how it feels, because I fasted with you, right? And then, I know na talagang yung mararamdaman mo, sasakit din yung ulo mo, kasi iba-iba yung effects sa body. So, I tell my clients, okay, you're gonna be on fasting, how many days, if you're gonna do a full-on water fast, kasi may mga sumali dun sa water fasting mo ng clients ko eh.
oh,
So, and then some sa Bron.
make it
Yeah,
make it a habit of
parang they did.
help people get into it kahit once a week lang. Um,
Mm-mm. So,
Nire-recalibrate yung
wag ka mag-workout ng intense nun. Yeah. Walking, maganda, kaya. Pero pag sumasakit yung ulo mo, wag ka na muna mag-walk. 'Di ba?
is running on a treadmill from M. Jolly is running on a treadmill okay when you have PCOS and while you're trying to conceive? Running daw. Personally, as a trainer.
Running. Ako, kasi with me, running is sprinting. For me kasi, okay, I can't run full-on run. Depends kasi how you're equipped, your body is equipped to do it. If nag-workout ka, nagpalakas ka ng tuhod, ng calf, ng lower body mo, ng core, running is okay if you've been doing it prior to wanting to be pregnant, prior to getting the PCOS. But if you've been doing it, change it. Alam mo yon, if you've been running forever and then you have the PCOS and then you want to get pregnant, change it. Do walking muna or do sprinting like 30-second sprint and then 30-second walk, parang ganon, intervals lang. Do intervals lang. If you've been doing long runs, yeah. Ibahin mo lang siya. Ibahin mo muna siya. Pero wag naman yung hindi ka nag-workout tapos tatakbo ka kagad. May mga ganon eh, 'di ba? Walang stretching, walang ano, and then they would do full run because they feel like doing it. So there. Mm-mm.
Okay. All right.
What were you saying, Kim?
Ano ba sinasabi? Sinasabi ako kanina. No, kasi na-mention mo kanina yung about changing. I noticed kasi like even for fasting, kapag nagpa-plateau ka na, you have to tweak it a little. So that work starting out. Pag parang adapted ka na sa certain type of workout, hindi mo na nakikita yung effect na gusto mong
Results.
makita. So, results na gusto mong makita. Ganun din ba? Like, you usually tweak it also?
Yes, we tweak it. Especially, hindi kasi pwede masanay eh. Sometimes yung schedule din ng clients ko, what I did, ginugulat ko sila, may workout, sasabihin ko, it's different today because para magulat din yung body mo, yung system mo. So, hindi siya yung tipong, alam na nila, kasi nalalaman ng body mo na, ito gagawin ko ng Monday, ito gagawin ko ng Wednesday, ito gagawin ko ng Friday. Kasi yan ang ginawa ko ng Tuesday, Thursday. Tapos nagpahinga ako ng Saturday or ganon. The body knows and the body adjusts. So, it's really nice to change it the same way as when you change your diet as well sa food. Kasi ang fasting naman, Kim, yes, yung cycle binabago mo rin. Like, you can't do it all the time. So parang, like with you, sinasabi mo nga, yung weekly fasting is good, it's effective. So it depends.
It depende rin sa activity levels mo. Yeah. So, like it's your rest day, you know, do a longer extended fast. You're naman super stressed and you want to work out, for example, then it's a different story. You know, you would want to do things that align how you feel also. Yeah, and if you really want to push like kahit a longer fast, like a 24-hour fast, it would be nice to rest. What I also do sometimes is I combine it with dopamine fast. So parang no gadgets, just basically quiet my mind, especially if you're someone who's like me, parang ang daming iniisip all the time. So, so yeah. So for those, thank you so much, Pauline. Sorry
Thank you.
oras. But I'm so grateful that you were able to join us today. Thank you so much for your time. I know busy ka, and having a bundle of joy makes you more occupied than the usual. And I'm sure you're still working. You have business. You're running a business as well. So again, we're grateful na pinaunlakan mo ang aming
Thank
invitation.
you so much, Kim. I'm grateful for you too.
Um,
Nag-enjoy ako
ako
sa
din.
chat na to.
Guys, if you have any questions related to working out, please feel free to visit Pauline's account. Pwede mo bang i-type dito, Pauline? Ayan, para mapuntahan nila yung, if may
Sige.
increase kayo, gusto nyo nang mag-start mag-training, you know, you can do something that is aligned with,
Alam mo, first time ko nag-IG live, Kim.
talaga, first time
Na
ba?
ganito.
So,
Yung ganito na may kausap. Yeah.
ako nga,
There
hindi pa
you
rin.
go.
Actually, guys, sa totoo lang, up to now, hirap pa din ako to, obvious ba? Hirap pa din ako, parang nahihiya pa din ako. Nahiya pa ako sa lagay na to talk, but I guess it's also good kasi to able to talk to different people once in a while. And
Yeah.
I guess there's so much to share, especially for you because you're an expert also when it comes to fitness. We are super happy na na-share mo yung journey, having Picos and all of that. And to all of you guys, I hope you were able to learn something today. Hindi kayo nag-iisa. I've had it. I've experienced it. Please follow Pauline. Pao Quiza. There you go. Um, hindi lang kayo yung nagkaroon ng PCOS or nakaka-experience ng PCOS. So, basically, it's good to talk to your, OB-GYN or find someone like an expert also. Like, for example, kasi traditional sometimes iba din yung approach nila. But based on my experience, it also helped me understand my condition better through reading. No? And parang hindi ko nilimit yung sarili ko na ito lang yung sinabi ng isa, so ito lang yung susundan ko. You have to be able to feel it yourself. Mamaya, wala ka palang because it's different. And hindi naman ibig din sabihin na you don't get your period, it means na PCOS na yan. Minsan even stress alone when your cortisol level is high, nakaka-trigger din siya ng delay. So, that. So, again, thank you so much for your time, Pauline. If you guys have any questions sa akin or kay Pauline, you can visit her Instagram account. She posted here. And then for those na nandito ngayon, I'm going to give you 15% off. You can just use the promo code SISTERS, CYSTERS, to get 15% off when you go to our website or when you try to order. So, again, Pauline, thank you so much.
Nag-order ako ng cookies.
Happy to
I
get
had
to talk
fun,
with
Kim.
you. Busy tayong pareho. Again,
Lagi tayo nagmamadali pag nag-uusap tayo eh.
Oo nga. Kasi kung hindi ako ginagawa. Again, thank you so much. Yeah.
Again, thank you, Kim. Thanks, everyone.
About that. And again, thank you, everyone. Stay happy and safe and happy weekend.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Bye. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.